name is Yannick de Groot. Today I'm gonna talk about 5 things I can't live without. Let's begin. Oof! Well, that was quite the effort, but it was worth it. Here is another thing I can't live without. This is my computer. So much of my life is on it that it has really deserved its place on this list. Both of my hobbies like gaming, editing and watching videos on YouTube and my schoolwork are done on this computer. I also have a second screen that I use as extension for my edit program. Here you can see my other screen. For the next topic I really can't live without is unfortunately too big and not here. But here at the VSM, which stands for the Village Steam Train Company. Here is my next object, namely the steam train 23071. Before we get to this train, I would like to explain this subject a little more than the other subjects. Because for me the 23071 not only stands for the train itself, but also for more. For me it stands for a bigger picture. I have been coming to the VSM since I was about 5 years old. And before I always heard them coming through Oosterbeek station. It all really started for me at the steam train festival Terug naar Toen, or in English Back to Then. Back to Then is the largest steam train festival in Europe. In the first full weekend of September they drive with all their rolling stock between Apeldoorn and Dieren. So in that weekend they drive with about 10 locomotives. As a 5-year-old that's very impressive. Because it hisses, it sputters, it's hot and it moves. It's not for nothing that it's said that the steam train as a machine comes closest to a living being. A few years later it started to itch again, and in 2015 I went there again. After that I was there almost every year, except of course for 2020 and 2021. Then of course it couldn't take place due to COVID-19. In group 7 I did my presentation about the VSM. And for the first time in my life I looked inside the smoke box of a steam train. That's really great if you can do something like that, because hardly anyone is allowed to do that. Coincidentally, that was also the 23071. Earlier I was also looking at the train, but now my love for this train was really serious. A while later I had already ordered a poster and hung it in my room. The series 23, also called the Baureihe 23, is the last built series of steam locomotives in Germany. And since Germany were the last to make steam locomotives in Europe, it's actually the last series of steam locomotives built in Europe. Extra special is that this is the second newest steam train locomotive that's still operational. Only the 23076 is newer. Okay, so now we are a few years further and I'm already 6 months 16. Last December they drove twice an hour through Oosterbeek station for a whole weekend. There I met another train enthusiast who were donors of the VSM, and they told me that it's not expensive at all and that you as a donor also receive the information sheet, the koppelstang, 3 times a year. I wanted that, and since December 18, 2022 I have been a donor of the VSM. Now a few months later I'm also a volunteer there. One thing that my parents hate about me, but I love to do, is what they call puber yoga. For that object we have to move right over there. Hey, hi there. When I'm doing it, I spend hours of it here on the couch. I love it, and as I said earlier, my parents hate it. I will show you a few stands that I use quite often. And this one is one of my favorites, and my parents are really annoyed by it. When I first started making videos as a kid, it was just my dad's phone and some friends. But since then both my skills and equipment has improved a lot. But not just my equipment has become more professional over the years, the process of making videos has too. For example, we use scripts like these right now, and even this video has its own script that you see right here. Of course, a big part of making videos, and I love to do, is editing. You can see me edit a video right here. The next object is on the other side of the camera. Well, this is my piano. I've been playing the piano for almost 9 years now and I still like it. This piano I have now for maybe about a year, so it's quite new. My previous piano was unfortunately too small, so I can't put my legs beneath it. The music that you are hearing under this video the whole time is played by me, as you can see here. So, that's my piano. Back to the table. Well, this was my video about 5 things I can't live without. I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye!